This is a new video channel I've got. It's called John Baptist. And I'm going to be reading scriptures straight from the scriptures. I have a certain method that I go through when I read the Bible. The Bible is split up into seven sections. You got the first 5 books of the Bible, which are Genesis through Deuteronomy, which are the books of Moses or the books of the law. Then you've got Joshua through Esther, which are the books of history. Then you've got Job through Song of Songs, which are the books of poetry. And then you've got Isaiah through Malachi, which are the books of prophecy. And then you have Matthew through Acts. I include Acts in the Gospels. So those books are called the books of the Gospels. And then you have Romans through Jude, which are the books of the epistles. And then of course you have Revelation, the last book, which stands alone. And by studying and reading all the other sections, they help to interpret what's going on in Revelations. You're never going to understand what's going on in Revelation unless you understand the rest of the Bible. So what I do is I read one chapter, usually, sometimes more, from each of those sections. It's 7 sections. So I'll sit here and I read 7 chapters. And I'm going to put those on videos. I'm going to put each time I read, I'm going to put all 7 sections on a video. And then I'm also going to take each of those videos and I'm going to split it up into each section so that when I read, like from Genesis 1:1, that chapter is going to be set in a class of its own as Genesis 1:1 instead of as the whole complete book where I read all 7 chapters. And I'm going to split that up so that if you ever want to read just the specific chapter of, say, Genesis 1:1, you can read it. Or you can go and you can read when I read all 7 chapters, which I do in each setting. So that's what I plan to do with this new channel called John Baptist. And at this point, I guess I'm John Baptist. So this is a practice video. I'm just going to see how this works out because I haven't done this channel before. And so I'm hoping that this channel will kick in and that it'll do well. And I'm hoping that we'll get some viewers, some subscribers, and that this will go over because I'm going to read the whole Bible through the whole thing by doing it in these sections. And the reason I do it in these sections is because you can get bogged down when you're reading like through the book of Leviticus or the end of the Exodus, and it can get very hard to understand and it can get kind of monotonous. And a lot of people, when they try to read through the whole Bible, they get stuck in these sections because it's just a lot of he begat this and they had a child this and this and this was begat this and they begat this, and people get lost and they lose their interest in reading because of that. So the way that I keep that from happening is I read one chapter from each section, and that way you don't get bogged down in those certain books that are hard to read through, and it makes it easier this way. So bear with me as we read through the whole Bible. All right, subscribe. And this is a practice video, so I'm not sure how long this is going to stay up, but I pray that the Lord will bless this and that you will be blessed by these videos. Stick with me, subscribe, read the whole Bible with me as I read through it in these sections.